So one of the dumbest Fortnite controversies has emerged over about a week now since Fortnite decided to remove skin rarities from lockers and from the item shop, just removed them from the game in general. Now, I initially made a video talking about how this wasn't necessarily, I didn't feel like it was the biggest deal in the world, but I did understand why people were somewhat upset because it did frustrate the UI even more than it already is. It made it just even more jumbled, a bit more confusing, and that I completely understand. But since I've made that video, and even when I was making that video, people, I feel, were completely blowing this out of proportion and making it into a bigger deal than it really is. Now, if you guys have spent any time on Twitter, or you guys are involved in any section of the Fortnite community, you will see that people have been making threads and long conversations about people wondering if the price of Fortnite skins has increased, which it has not, and also people wondering if they feel like the originality in Fortnite is losing its identity, and it's absolutely ridiculous because this is one of the smallest, most unimportant changes that they have ever made, and people are acting like they just sold themselves to Sony and they're becoming the most corporatized game in the world. Everyone is blowing this so out of proportion, and it frustrates me because when this new season came out, everyone was so excited, everyone was so happy, everyone was like, Fortnite is back, these new mythics are fantastic, this is one of the best like overall themes that we've ever had. There's no collabs. It's not a completely collab season. I mean, there is Avatar, but the main base of the battle pass is original stuff, and something that we hadn't seen in Fortnite before. And I was one of those people. I was so super excited for it. And now, especially with this new change, people have all of a sudden just flipped the script completely. It's like one bad thing happens and everyone's like, I can't even play the game because of how bad the UI is and because they got rid of locker and skin rarities. Like, are you serious? If you're not playing Fortnite anymore because they've gotten rid of the most minute, minuscule detail in the game, then you shouldn't have been playing it in the first place. You're just looking for something to be upset about. So that is one thing that frustrates me too. But something that's even more frustrating is I specifically remember multiple people in the community talking about how excited they were for this new creative director and to see what type of story he was gonna create, predecessing Donald Mustard, because they felt like they needed something new and a new sort of fresh start to the game. And everyone was really excited. They praised him because this was his first season. This was his first build up because of the mini event, and this is his first story. And everyone was praising him. They were like, dude, you're doing a really good job. Really excited to see what you do. And now I've seen people going at this man when he's not even in charge of doing things like this. Like, do you guys understand? He's the creative director, not necessarily the creative mode of Fortnite, but in terms of like the storyline and how things all tie together. He doesn't have anything to do. He has no say with the rarities of the locker and the item shop. He literally has no say in any of that. So attacking somebody just because they're on the front lines doesn't make any sense, and that's not going to get anything to change. Attacking people in general is not going to change anything, and you guys are just looking like big old crybabies. Like, I understand that you want to be heard, and oh my gosh, they have to take criticism because if they don't, nothing will change. Yes, that's perfectly fine, but what you're criticizing is something so stupid. It's not that big of a deal. And this is a little bit contradictory because in my last video I talked about how they made a good change and then a really, really bad change. I do agree that them getting rid of rarities is a bad change unless they find another way to organize the locker and to make it easier for me to find skins in my account. That is why it's a bad change. But everyone talking about how they're getting rid of their originality and their identity is being lost because they got rid of rarities of skins in the game? Like, how? Like, I feel like the reason they've lost their identity is because of the amount of collabs. But that's not really what people are talking about. That's not the issue. People just take one change and then apply it to everything in the game. Oh my gosh, everything is horrible. Like, you guys are acting like the Fortnite community. I said, not you guys, I guess I should say. Like, these Avatar collabs and the mythics in the game aren't lit. Like, everyone was so excited for that. Everybody thought they were fire until this update came out. And that's what frustrates me the most, is how everybody just so quickly flips the script and hates the game now because of this just one change that really is not that big of a deal at all. And another thing too is how people come up with their own their own ideas of why Fortnite is doing this. So a big thing that people were upset about the rarity changes is people thought that they were using it as an excuse to price skins however they wanted and not just based on the rarity. Like legendary would always be 2,000 V-Bucks, for example. Now they're thinking that they can price them at whatever they want despite what the quality is. And I understand that rarities were a way for people to gauge the quality and the time that was put into a skin, which is perfectly fine. But I don't think that they're doing that just so they can raise the prices. They may experiment with it a little bit, because why wouldn't you want them to experiment with new things? Like, that's what businesses do. At the end of the day, they're trying to make as much money as possible. But someone even quoted Fortnite. They added Fortnite and they said, are you guys just doing this so that you can raise the prices of Fortnite skins? And they said, absolutely not. We're doing this because it's an outdated system that was made specifically for Battle Royale, and they want to generalize the game for more of everything rather than being centered around Battle Royale, which is what they've been doing for the past like year and a half, which is fine. And now you have so many people on Twitter saying, yeah, I can tell the prices of the skins have definitely went up. No, they haven't. Please give me evidence of them changing a skin's price after this rarity change. That has not happened. That is a lie. That is a complete confirmation bias. It's a great example of it, because you're just seeing what you want and everyone's mad, and they want to be mad about something, so they're looking everywhere to find something, and if you look for it, you're gonna find it. And it's frustrating to me because everywhere, I'm scrolling through Twitter right now, corporate, they're only for the money, they don't care about their players anymore. Give them a chance. Like, they've heard the complaints about the rarities, and if they're gonna stick with it, then you're just gonna have to suck it up. I don't understand like how removing rarities makes it to where they're only in it for the money and don't care about their players. Nobody gave a crap about the rarities until they were removed. Are you serious? Like, you guys really care about the rarities of the skins that much? No, it's not about the rarities of the skins. It's about what it means. It's about what they're able to do now. It's that they have more free will to price the skins as whatever they want. They said they weren't going to do that. And don't get mad about the presumption that they're going to do that before there's any evidence that that's going to happen. You get what I'm saying? It's super duper frustrating, and people are starting to bring in collabs. They're only focused on collabs. They're not trying to do anything original anymore. There have been a good amount of original stuff in the item shops. Like, there is a good amount of original emotes in there right now. They just got a brand new skin. It's not like they're not releasing brand new original skins. Literally just about every couple of weeks, we get a plethora. We get entire surveys of original skins. Sorry about that motorcycle going by, but I do not understand where people get this notion that because they're removing rarities, they only care about collab skins now and only care about money. I just do not understand the connection at all. You can be upset about the UI changes, okay? That's perfectly fine, and you can express your frustrations to them, but there's no reason to be attacking Fortnite employees, especially employees that have absolutely nothing to do with the UI or the item shops or the removal of small changes like the one that we've seen. That is completely unwarranted, and it is not a good look for this community. It's really unfortunate how split this community has become from people who, with all due respect, do nothing but play Fortnite and think about Fortnite. You get so upset over the smallest changes that really are not that deep, and it is so frustrating, because then when there really is a huge issue that needs to be fixed, they're not going to pay attention. All in all, it comes down to, if you're going to be upset about the UI, be upset about the UI. Do not spin it around and turn it into a giant rant about collabs and how, oh my gosh, they're only focused on collabs. They're only focused on collabs. That doesn't make any sense. That literally doesn't make any sense in the context of what the community is complaining about. They're mad about the UI and they're mad about these small changes. How in the world does that correlate to collab skins? I just don't understand. And what's the problem with having collab skins? It's not like they've completely gotten rid of original skins and original content in the game. This entire season is revolved around original content. We have avatar stuff for a month. Do you know how long people have complained that we want more mini passes? And we finally get it, and people just find more reasons to complain. It's just, this right now is a perfect explanation of how the Fortnite community is one of the absolute most frustrating. Now, I'm not going to say the worst, because it is a really good community. They're very loyal, but it's one of the most frustrating because they never stop complaining. It's never enough for these people. And I just think that that's something Fortnite, as Epic Games themselves, have just had to accept, and it is what it is, I guess. But end of my mini rant video. If you guys did enjoy, please drop a like. Let me know what you're thinking about this down below in the comments. Almost 50% of the way through Fortnite Season 2. Should be getting some leaks here soon for the next season. Subscribe if you're new. Use code Prozeroyt in the item shop, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.